Greetings, St. Paul's, and blessings on this Ash Wednesday, the first day of the Lenten season. And I offer you the words of the psalm appointed for today, Psalm 103. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and all that is within me, bless his holy name. Bless the Lord, O my soul, and forget not all his benefits. As we begin the season of Lent in the year 2021, I would like to offer you this thought as we move forward. This is not a season of simply going through a process of self-denial, but it is even more importantly a season of recognizing the presence and power of God, not only in the world, but even more particularly in our individual lives. This is a season when we spend time trying to focus less on ourselves and our particular needs, and more in the ways in which God's power working through us and in us can uplift us, transform us, and prepare us for the work that is necessary for the building up of God's kingdom here among us. It is the type of thing that takes a lot of work, regardless of what anyone may say. Being able to understand God's ways is hard work. Being able to clearly identify God's voice speaking to us is a matter of great devotion, great humility, and a lot of self-denial, if you even want to say it that way, but not in the sense of not allowing yourself to eat or not allowing yourself to do things, but more in the sense of denying the self mentally and spiritually in a way that leaves aside our ego and therefore allows room for God's power to come in and take hold. You see, when we as human beings live into the self, what tends to happen is that the self is the only thing that has room, and it takes away all possibilities of us being able to think about anything beyond ourselves. So from that perspective, self-denial is a call to leave the ego behind, to allow the ego to take maybe second or even maybe third place, so that we can have that room ahead of the line for God, for God's will, the power of the Holy Spirit to enlighten, to inspire, and to change our lives. So, my beloved, the challenge I put forth before us for the next 40 days, not counting Sundays, is that we meet the challenge of finding ways to control the ego, the self, and be ready, open, and willing to listen and heed the voice of God speaking to us and calling us not only to new ways of living, but to new ways of doing ministry for God's people in the world. Blessings to you all.